FlowRota uses an employee's contracted hours to calculate leave allowances and, for some staff, generate rotas automatically. To amend contracted hours, open the employee's profile and scroll down to the Work Pattern section within the Details tab. There are 3 work pattern options available. The first is regular weekly schedule, where the employee works the same days and hours each week. For example, this employee works Monday to Friday, 9 until 5, with a 60-minute break each day. Fixed schedules also allow managers to generate rotas automatically from the employee's contracted pattern. If the employee works a rolling rota, such as Monday to Friday one week and Tuesday to Saturday the next, you can add additional rota weeks here. FlowRota will then ask you to set the employee's current rota week. This tells the system where the employee currently sits within the rolling cycle, so future rota weeks generate correctly. This also affects leave calculations. For example, if the employee books a Monday off during a rota week where they were not contracted to work Mondays, no leave allowance would be deducted because that day is not part of their contracted schedule. The second option is regular weekly hours, where the employee has a fixed number of contracted hours per week, but may work different days each week. For example, I'll enter 40 contracted hours. Below this, I can choose which days the employee is able to work and how many days they typically work each week. If I set the employee to usually work 5 days per week, FlowRota will calculate a typical working day as 8 hours, because 40 divided by 5 equals 8. The third option is casual and 0 hours, where the employee has no fixed contracted hours. You can still define which days they are generally available to work using the Workable Days section. For both regular weekly hours and casual and 0 hours staff, the workable days are used visually within the staff rota. Days outside of the employee's workable pattern appear faded to help guide managers, although shifts can still be added if required. Finally, whenever contracted hours are changed, it's a good idea to review the employee's leave allowances afterwards, as historic contracted hours can affect allowance calculations. If needed, you can review and amend historic contracted hours using the employee's history view.